Hello, denizens. Welcome. I like Bill Maher. I think he's funny most of the time, which is a hard trick to pull off for a weekly comedy show. Consider Samantha Bee's show, which was never funny. Bill and his team clearly work hard for their jokes, but one area where Bill always gets it wrong is when he rants about technology. The man is technologically ignorant. Case in point was his most recent New Rules segment, where jokes are mixed in with Bill's genuine outrage, where he first berated Apple for its privacy intrusion issue, then followed up with a second rant about the evils of smartphones. Let's tackle part A.
And finally, new rule, Apple needs to think different about our privacy. Apple, the company that made it possible for men to show their women their dicks from thousands of miles away, is releasing an update that will allow them to hack into your phone without your consent, to snoop through all your pictures just in case you're a pedophile.
No, Bill. Apple's update will not hack into your phone without your consent, to snoop through all your pictures just in case you're a pedophile. I get it. This is your outrage part. Jokes will follow. And while I might just be arguing semantics, I think it's important to get things right because, one, you're going to scare others as ignorant as you are about the subject, and two, if you're wrong about this, then what else are you wrong about? So Apple is not hacking into your phone. Now, this is Apple's claim, and okay, I'm stupid enough to believe them, but Apple says they do not know what's on your phone and will never know what's on your phone. What Apple is doing is comparing the digital footprint that makes up an image against a hashed database of known illegal images only after you've uploaded them to your iCloud account. Yes, Apple is adding some app to your phone to facilitate this process. Well, I know, that just sounded hilarious. Starting with some semblance of the truth would have been useful. You can be against exactly what Apple has described without using incorrect terms like hacking. Heck, I'm completely against what Apple is doing, but at least I can describe it correctly.
Or as Matt Gaetz put it, I'm switching to Samsung.
This was very funny, but I did this joke on my August 14th video.
Our phones should be like our wallets or purses, private.
Yes, they both are. It's only when you upload your pictures to iCloud does the surveillance happen. Apple does not force anyone to upload their images to iCloud, so your nasty little pictures are safe, Bill.
What about probable cause? What about the Fourth Amendment?
Once again, Bill, you don't know how the technology works. It's not sifting through your photos to find random child porn. It's comparing photos you shouldn't have on iCloud with an existing database of known illegal photos. If you're trafficking in brand new pictures, the system won't pick that up until they are added. So the pictures you shouldn't have already been vetted by law enforcement. There is precedent regarding searching the computers of regular folks only to find bad shit on the hard drive, Bill. And besides, the key here is iCloud. While you might own your phone, you don't own iCloud or what's on it. That is Apple's responsibility. They own iCloud in the same way that Google and Microsoft have been rooting through your stored pictures there for years. If we can believe Apple's claim, your phone is still private.
But it's also not a trump card you can pull out that makes all our other rights disappear.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Apple thought everyone would be totally behind this effort, and it is being used as a bit of a trump card. Apple was surprised by the turn this took. Then Bill transitioned to part B.
Because we're so dependent on smartphones now that we will let them do anything to us. Apple should admit that the problem with their phones isn't just what people might store on them. It's the phones themselves.
So, Apple now has to admit that it's not the people who are the problem, but the phones themselves. It's the phones that make people assholes. Now, this is the dumbest shit anyone could say. Let's do an experiment. I'm going to put my phone down. Notice all the horrible things it's doing. I was an asshole before I got my phone. So the joke's on you, Bill.
There's always a pat answer coming back about how people have always freaked out about the latest technology corrupting young minds. Come on, they said it about radio and the telephone and TV. Yeah, it sounds like that argument might be right, but it's not. It's not. Not if you think about it for 2 seconds. I don't remember lugging a TV under my covers so I could watch Huckleberry Hound until the screen asked me, "Are you still watching?"
Sorry, Bill. I took my transistor radio to bed, stuck in those shitty earplugs I had at the time, and listened to music and comedy shows under the covers way past my bedtime against my parents' wishes. Oh, and do you see this, Bill? This is a Mitsubishi portable TV we got in 1961. I snuck this into my bed and watched TV. Seriously, Bill, you need to get your research to do some research.
A former VP at Facebook said he felt tremendous guilt because the short-term, dopamine-driven feedback loops that we have created are destroying how society works. Yet TV didn't do that.
Bill uses this quote as a weapon, but it only proves my point that if you don't use Facebook, then you're less likely to be affected by its shrewd trickery. It's not the device. It's not the social media software. It's us. It's you. We are in control of these devices and services, whether Bill wants to admit that or not. I know that doesn't make for a very funny joke.
Phones have ruined self-esteem, comedy clubs, concerts.
Let's check on my phone and see if it's ruining comedy clubs and concerts. It seems not. Or maybe my phone is just asleep. Wake up, phone! Wakey, wakey!
Phones make people bullies, angrier, more vitriolic, more racist online than they would ever dream of being if they had to say those things to someone's face. The phone made us passive-aggressive to our friends and hyper-aggressive to total strangers. It has 2 settings. I'll kill you, or you're dead to me.
Okay, I think I've beat this to death, but phones do not do any of the things Bill described. Yes, it's interesting how social media seems to have removed the gray from any discussion. Hell, it's removed the discussion from the discussion. But that is the choice people are making. If you're becoming all of these bad things, then just stop using all your digital devices. A lot of the things Bill talks about are not being generated on a smartphone, but on desktop computers. And as far as phones and washrooms are concerned, I know lots of men who also take their portables when they head for the crapper. The one good thing is that most men are now peeing sitting and leaving the toilet seat down. Wives and girlfriends are ecstatic. How come you didn't mention that, Bill?
Cell phones have obliterated courtesy, the fundamental building block of developing any real relationship. We all see it, groups of friends out together in a car or eating in a restaurant, and they're all staring down at their phones.
For the last time, smartphones don't make anyone do anything. This is your issue. This is a people issue. Yes, tech companies have managed to use never imagined psychological trickery or warfare to keep us glued to their devices, but it's still a personal choice. Smartphones are not illegal. In fact, research of children during this pandemic showed that they actually helped by keeping a lifeline open to their friends. Friends are important to kids. And finally, I'm concerned about all these things in the same way my parents were afraid of when I was watching huge volumes of TV. But I turned out okay, I think. Have kids become more sedentary? Sure. I think video games have had a hand in that. But whether it's games, social media, computers, or smartphones, it's all about us. And while it looks kind of shitty now, I think we're going to be okay because it's going to be the kids who are going to figure this out, not old people like you, Bill. I have the utmost confidence that they will, and so should you, Bill. So long, denizens. Oh, look at all the havoc my phone is wreaking.